Well, hello, and welcome to another episode of the Real Designers of NFM. I'm your host, Andy Shefsky, and each episode I invite one of our expert professional designers to share some best practices and ideas when you're thinking about designs for your home. For this episode, we've invited Elizabeth Morris, and she's going to tell us all things related to shopping during the Berkshire Hathaway Annual Meeting Week, which will be taking place in late April. Elizabeth, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you, Andy.
So before we dive deep into some suggestions you have when it comes to shopping the Berkshire sale, which I know folks come from all over to do, I'd like you to share a little bit more about your background, how long you've been doing this, how you got your start, that sort of thing.
Yeah. NFM actually is where I started, but I've been here for about 3 years. This is going to be my third Berkshire sale, and I'm very excited.
Excellent. Well, we're excited to not only have you at NFM, but also have you joining us today because there's a lot that goes on in anticipation for shareholders. And even though we're not yet in the month of Berkshire, I'm sure that there's plenty of things that customers, shareholders can be doing to prepare and make sure that they are ready to go once they're able to take advantage of the sale. So what are some ideas or suggestions you have for those that are looking at taking advantage of Berkshire Week that they can be doing right now?
Yeah, so best thing to do right now is actually get started on your project right now. So even though it's a couple months away, it's best to start making appointments with us. You can call into the front desk, or we even have our own website right now where you can make appointments and inquiries, and we can start calling you to start your project.
Okay, great. And when it comes to Berkshire Week as a whole, I know that it brings in people from all over into Omaha. I'd imagine with your experience, you're likely working with customers whether they're located in Omaha or throughout the country. Is that correct?
That is very true, and if you are from out of state, we can definitely work virtually too as well. So making an inquiry or calling, then we can start seeing your space, even though I've worked with someone in Montana before and we figured out something even before they came in for the sale.
Oh, that's very exciting. And I can imagine when you're talking about working with folks, whether they're from Montana or they're from right down the street, you getting to work with someone from start to finish on everything from the ideation all the way through when they have all of their goods in their homes. That's got to feel quite rewarding.
It is very rewarding, and I always have good relationships with my clients, and I love to see their projects start to finish.
Oh, well, excellent. Well, Elizabeth, I've got one final question for you that I'd like you to leave our viewers with thinking about. If there is one piece of advice that you'd like them to have as they're preparing for Berkshire this year, what would that be?
Yeah, so actually 2 pieces of advice. If you come in, bring photos, bring your floor plans, bring measurements, so then we can be best prepared to find the pieces for you. And then also to make sure we can get you that discount by having Berkshire status on your account. You can always come in and show us your pass, and we can put that credential on your account too as well.
Okay, well, great. Well, Elizabeth, this was very informative and very helpful. And I know you, as well as all of us, are always excited and looking forward to Berkshire Week. It's always a fun celebration for all. So thank you again.
Thank you, Andy.
And thank you for tuning in for this episode. Even though the Berkshire sale won't begin until late April, as you heard from Elizabeth, it's never too soon to get started on that plan. And Elizabeth and her teammates are more than happy to help you get going with that. Until next time, this is Andy Shefsky. Thanks for joining us.